Hello guys, I'm Andrea and this is Omar, and we bought an abandoned house and farmland in central Portugal. But unfortunately the house is not suitable to be living in, so we bought a container, transformed it into a tiny home, and now that's where we're living at the moment. And this is how it used to look like before, and this is how it's looking at the moment.
So our current project is to make this tiny home even more comfortable for long-term living. So what we're doing is we're building a new roof for it, and we're extending the living quarters so we'll be even more comfortable during the winter months.
Yeah, so as soon as we stop that project, we finish the project, we will be going into the house and renovating the rest of the property.
Indeed. So today's episode is all about prepping all the materials and getting them ready for us to start with the build of the extension and the roof.
Yeah, let's see how we do.
I hope you enjoy it.
We are here in the courtyard, and I've put a little table over here because I'm going to be priming the brackets that are going to be holding the posts for the extension roof. So we have here two kinds of brackets. They are a little bit over engineered, but better be safe than sorry. Normally you will have one in the middle, but we added two just for extra support. This is the 15 by 10, so it's going to be holding the post on the side of the container to hold the extension where the kitchen is going to be. And this one over here is our 15 by 15 post holders. We have 4 of these that's going to be holding the extension of the roof on the long side of the container. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to be priming them. I need to take a little bit of the rust, just clean it a little bit so this actually sticks and it doesn't peel later on. I don't have a lot of light today, but it will give me plenty of time, so it cures, takes 10 hours, and then tomorrow I can actually paint them properly. So here are all my brackets. They're all painted. I just went around to see that all the holes for the nails, the screws are all finished, and they all are. Also all the sides are all finished, and then tomorrow morning they should be pretty dry. And I just went through all of them and they're all pretty evenly coated. Oh, I just checked that one there, so I'm gonna go through that one now. This is the sunset right now, so I'm pretty happy with that, and I'll wait for tomorrow to continue painting them. Okay, so here are all the brackets already dried. That was all sprayed with this zinc finish, and it's to prime them and protect them from corrosion. And then today what I'm going to be doing is spraying them with this black matte finish paint, just to add a little bit more extra protection.
So the time has come for us to get the posts ready for the build, and we have two different types. We have these big ones and the smaller ones over here. The big ones we're going to be using on the front of the container, and they're going to be exposed to the elements. So we'll be using a Japanese Shou Sugi Ban method to preserve them, to also make them look really pretty. For the smaller ones, we'll be using this chemical, which is called cuprinol, and it's pretty good value at 15 euros for 5 litres, and apparently it goes quite far. So we'll be using this for the smaller posts, and they're going to be hidden within the structure. Now we're very, very lucky, guys, to be able to source all of our wood directly from the mill, which is taken from the forests right next door to us. And I've heard that right across Europe and pretty much all around the world, in fact, the prices of building materials have gone sky high. So yeah, we're really fortunate to be using this fresh wood. The only downside is that it's fresh, and so it's going to be cracks, and there's going to be some twisting involved, and it's going to just be a big learning experience for us, and hopefully for you guys as well. You might learn a few things.
So here is the wood already treated 3 times with that product. We're gonna do the Shou Sugi Ban method with these 4 over here, and we couldn't treat these ones because we ran out of the treatment. I just wanted to show you how you get your wood here. That's a good example, quite a bit of character. This one is in perfect conditions. That's gonna be used for something else that needs the whole piece of wood. So you go to your local mill here and you tell them what you want, how long, how thick, and then they tell you a date to come back, and then you go and pick it up, and there you have it. That's your wood. It's all locally sourced. And I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the chemical we're using, the tratamento de madeira. and it was recommended to us by local builders. We are very lucky that we know carpenters and roofers and someone that works in with stone houses and just general builders, and they all said just get that one because it really works. So it's a compound of two chemicals that are widely used, so there is nothing to be afraid of because they are quite safe for humans, non-carcinogen and so on. It's just that sometimes we're very afraid of chemicals and we want to find alternatives. So there are alternatives actually. And you got the Shou Sugi Ban, which is, you don't use chemicals, but then you use a lot of propane. So how many bottles would we need for all this wood? We'll know only after finishing those four, because we're going to do that. Linseed oil on its own is not very good for pine because it doesn't have any antifungal properties, and pine is very susceptible for white and black mold, so we cannot use just linseed oil. You can mix it with waxes and so on, but that will be a lot of experimentation, and the ratios are not very well explained on the internet. Then you have borax, which also it's not very clear how you will need to combine it and with what. Some say antifreeze, some say boric acid, and some plainly say that it doesn't actually help a lot the wood to be preserved. And you also have motor oil, burnt motor oil. You don't really want to use that. And then you go diesel, which stinks. So in our opinion, this was our best option for us and the most cost effective as well, because we have a tight budget and we want to stretch as much as possible. So we are going to be using products that are tried and tested. So I think that's going to save us a lot of money in the long run. You use it once and then that's it. So I just wanted to let you know why we're using this product, and maybe you guys are questioning why we're using it, so now you know. And if you know any other methods to preserve wood that is not chemicals, I love to hear it. Leave it in the comment section below, because we're going to be using a lot of wood for the house later on in the project. So yeah, so let's continue to watch this video about this roof being built.
So the concrete posts are ready, and now we have to start thinking about attaching these metal brackets to them. And to do that, we're going to be drilling some holes, placing some bonding adhesive in those holes, then using some threaded bar to be able to screw these on. And using this method, it's a lot better than just sinking the bar into the wet concrete, because we'll be able to ensure that the bar is really straight, and so we won't have to correct it at a later stage, which we're going to have to do for the old ones. So yeah, now we just have to measure everything out and make sure that it's all nice and accurate. So unfortunately the method we were using of using the pen to mark the holes and then drill afterwards wasn't such a great idea. It's not very accurate. If you come and have a look, I'll show you what I mean. And so they're matching there, but over here they're just too small. I think it's to do with the fact that the pen was coming in at an angle, and so it's been made slightly too small. So from now on what we're going to do is all the brackets are in the right place, and we're just going to drill some pilot holes using a long thinner drill bit, and then afterwards go in with a thicker drill bit. Seems like a better option to do. Oh, come on, it's not. It's getting jammed again. Man, this stuff sucks.
We got a little bit of a problem because our caulk, what do you call them? That broke. And we don't have another one, and it's not a day for we can go to the shop because it's closed. And this stuff needs to be done quickly because it just dries super quick. And so I know, go easy on us. Don't judge. This can happen to anybody. We had to mix it in, and that's rock hard, and then kind of like put it in, and then that one, it's like the first one we've done, and it's just not going in properly. And
Not
yeah,
sure what we're gonna do.
we're gonna call it a day. I'm really annoyed right now. I mean, we're not experts on constructions. We are amateurs. We can't have like workers here, you know.
It's fine. You came up with a good solution. That is, make the holes in the concrete a little bit bigger, and then use that creamy hard stuff. I don't know, bonding adhesive.
Yeah, it's pretty bloody good, I have to say. Like, it goes hard very, very quickly,
Yeah.
and it has. So if you have a hole that's bigger and straight, you put a lot of that adhesive in. You put your bolt in,
And then
that's
wiggle
it.
the bolt around to make it fit, rather
Yeah.
than trying to hammer it into something. No, that's
yeah,
not gonna,
that's not good at all.
definitely
So
not.
we're gonna have a late video, guys. I'm really sorry, and but we just need to make sure things are done properly, and we haven't been able to do anything because it's been raining for like 5 days. So
Yeah, I know, definitely. So it's gonna be fine.
I'm a bit gutted, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I'm sure those ones are gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be absolutely fine. And we've been invited to have some paella tonight, and I think we should just sit back, relax, and start again tomorrow.
Yeah, we need to go and get some caulk gun somehow.
Oh yeah, don't buy cheap coal guns.
Yeah,
Rubbish.
what's cheap things are expensive in the long run.
Oh yeah, we need a better one. But everything's shut tomorrow, so I'll borrow one from a friend.
Hopefully. Cool, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Good night. So it's the next day, and we're feeling a lot better, a lot more positive. Yesterday was super frustrating. So we've also thought of a good solution to solve our problem with the threaded bars not matching the holes of the brackets when we put it in. So we're going to make the holes of the concrete a little bit bigger this time. We're not going to worry about any gluing for the moment. We're just going to make the holes bigger to give it a bit of wiggle room for the screws. And so we're not hitting it with a hammer or anything like that. Hopefully they'll match up now. And once they do, then we'll start worrying about the glue. So we're going to take it nice and easy today and just make this bit of the journey a little bit more stress-free. So we have our other concrete blocks, which we did in the beginning with the wooden shuttering, and these were the ones that we actually inserted, and we set the bars in the concrete while it was setting. And we had made a template, and so theoretically the template matched the holes over here, and the idea was that it was all going to go nice and easy, and it was all just going to fall in, and it doesn't. So obviously these are like, some of them are anchored in, some of them aren't so anchored in, which in my opinion would be better if they weren't. So what we're going to try is to hammer them very carefully, but by putting a nut on the top so we don't damage the thread. And they only need a little bit of adjustment, to be fair, you know, so they're almost there. This one just has to go a little bit that direction apparently, so I'm going to use a light hammer and give it a light knock, and then hopefully it will just fall into place. Should we do it?
Do you want to do this one that is already bolted in? You don't want to move those ones that are loose?
Well, at the moment I haven't even done that one yet. I'm just looking at this one.
They all have to move? No,
these two are fine. It's just that one that needs to go that direction.
Okay. It's not moving. Oh, it is moving.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Okay, so is it actually on the ground then?
Yes. A little bit of a better day over here, so we have done all of those posts over there. Okay, and yeah, definitely. And then we have this post also, that one there, and then we got this one and this one and this one, and they are really okay. The only thing is the spacing. You see that little, because that's doming, there's a little concave figure there. That was the first one we did, so that's not sitting, but all the weight is gonna go along the whole, like the post is gonna sit on it, so it should be okay. But just to give it a little bit more of extra support in those bits there, we're gonna put some washers, and then that's happening over there a little bit less because that's our second one. And then over here, the very last one is actually pretty much sitting on it very nicely, most of it, so it should be okay. Okay, so this is going to be Shou Sugi Ban attempt number 2. So we've got one of these, which basically is a high pressure regulator. Great comments, guys, from the other video, the last video we've done. You guys recommended a regulator. Some people said that maybe it was the torch, but this is a good start, okay? And it's probably this. So we're going to install this on the gas canister, wish us luck.
Okay, wind is going this way.
The wind is going this way?
Yeah.
So may as well go this way.
Yeah. Get this out of the way. It's not there yet.
Oh really? So I have to hold it here?
You ready?
Nope. Yeah, do it.
Press it down.
Wow. is the result. You can go a little bit deeper, and it looks gorgeous, I have to say. It looks really nice just like that. So thank you very much, guys, for recommending to change the regulator. Great. So it's not the torch, it's the regulator.
I feel bad that we talk badly about Vito.
Yeah, Vito, sorry, if you ever want to sponsor us, we're still open to it. The next step for this is to brush it. I'm gonna brush it with a metal one now and see what happens, but a lot of people actually are doing it with vinyl, like just...
They're using bronze, or bronze that's a bit softer.
Yeah.
Like steel, they say is no good, it takes too much off.
Yeah, so we're gonna try that and see what happens, but I think another brush, another softer brush might be needed after this, so it doesn't take everything off. Actually,
That looks pretty good.
I'm trying to do it with the grain.
Man, that's come out really well.
That is lovely, isn't it? I need to go on the light in a minute. Okay, this is just about 1 millimeter of burning, and then steel brush. So there's obviously a little bit of this here finished, but I actually really like bits like that. I mean, so it's looking really nice. Okay, let's do it again.
Yeah, let's do it again.
One more layer. So a lot of people are saying that we've done a lot of research about this, and the best one is to give it another layer, another burning session, and that's when you brush it again, and then you put your linseed oil afterwards, and hopefully that will be enough, because this is pine, and pine does get fungi quite easily, but I think the burning will do the job for not getting the fungi. Okay, so let's try this out. Do you want to try to see how it works?
Yeah, alright.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that's it. That looks really pretty. Well, I will call that a successful experiment here in the ruin in our house, and I'm really looking forward to see how the post will look like, because that's gonna look beautiful with the tiles and then the other wood and then the black, the white and blue of the house. With the shisho, the stone of the Ada, which is that area over there. We call that Ada. We need to make sure you guys, because we say Ada sometimes, we're like, what is that? It's that bit in the front of the container. That's gonna look really nice, all of those contrasts of colors.
Indeed. Exciting days.
Very happy with that, and I think that's it for today. I'm very tired.
Me too.
We'll see you guys soon.
Ati ja.
Ati ja.